Our brain's job is to constantly be scanning the environment, picking up on cues, and responding to them. So for me, being cognizant of how I can better modulate my environment and thus my experience moving through my day has been a life hack. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Shafer, your host of Talks with Dr. Shafer. I'm a physician, mom, life coach, musician, author, publisher, and I am passionate about using storytelling as a tool to help you reclaim your story and build your most beautiful future. Today, on this short talk on Talks with Dr. Shafer, I wanted to discuss self-sabotage. Has self-sabotage become a part of your daily routine? For most of us, our days, and therefore by extension our lives, are full of habits, both helpful and hurtful. We condition ourselves through the actions that we repeat to continue on the trajectory that they take us. It requires extra effort and attention to draw our attention to the habits that may be taking us off course and then self-correct so that we can continue on in pursuit of our big goals by making sure that our daily actions align with our long-term goals. Taking stock of our lives with regularity can be a helpful tool to make sure we are doing the necessary calibration. Imagine if the pilot and the mechanics responsible for getting you and the rest of the customers and crew to their destination did not do the standard pre-flight checks, and they missed a small problem that could have big consequences this flight or next. We have all seen the stories. Landing gear malfunctioned, tires coming off. The incidence of these sorts of issues is very low in the aviation industry, and air travel is deemed very safe. But we also expect that the crew will be vigilant to do their best to perform the necessary checks to minimize the potential problems before they occur, when possible. Our routines are no different. Often when something becomes old hat, a well-practiced routine, we may go on autopilot and stop making methodical checks. We may hop into our car every morning without looking at the dash, doing a once-over to make sure everything is in order before we're stuck in traffic on the highway or in the middle of an area where help or gas are not easy to find before we realize our tire pressure is low or our fuel tank near empty. We're busy, we're distracted, and we miss things. We make mistakes. Making mistakes is a part of being human and a necessary practice. But we have to learn from these. And just like the pilot and the crew with their systems and checks, we can improve how we experience our day by incorporating certain checks into our routines. What are some areas in your life that you could benefit from incorporating self-checks? Are there routines in your day that are a source of self-sabotage? For me, I notice that if I don't take the time to keep my environment tidy, it has an effect on my overall sense of well-being and efficiency during the day. Now, that's not to say that I'm overly neat, quite the opposite. But I also recognize in my ongoing assessment of what allows me to function at my best, that if I take the time to create a routine where I make sure that the dishwasher is full and running, I do much better than if I let dishes pile up in the sink. If I manage the constant influx of visual cues on my kitchen island, making sure only the necessary hints stay in sight and the other little forgotten treasures are moved to their permanent homes, I am better able to move through the day's tasks and do all those little things that I need to do. And we know we need to do a lot. Our family stays very busy, just like everyone else's, and we have several systems in place, calendars, reminders, and for the most pressing items, visual cues in our environment to make sure that we achieve all of the things we want to in our day. And because we rely on those visual cues, the signed books with sticky notes going out from an order of foxtails for my daughter, the notes for an upcoming show, the special outfit for a sport event for the coming weekend, the tickets for an event, it is really important for us that we not have too many other competing cues that are competing for our attention and distracting us. So, in order to not self-sabotage, I work daily on keeping our work and home environment free of clutter. Being intentional about this, I've definitely come to see a difference in how I feel when I'm being accountable to myself in this routine and when I'm not. I feel anxious and a bit distracted when my environment is chaotic, which makes perfect sense. Our brain's job is to constantly be scanning the environment, picking up on cues, and responding to them. So for me, being cognizant of how I can better modulate my environment and thus my experience moving through my day has been a life hack. Because if I'm being distracted by things that my brain thinks I need to attend to, that I don't, I have less mental energy and focus on the things I do need to pay attention to. What life hacks have you come up with through taking a mindful approach to your routine and figuring out how to improve your systems, improve your life experience, and have more energy to meet your goals? I would love if you would share it with me. Go to www.drshafer and click contact. You can share there. You can also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you like to connect with others, and leave comments below the show promos this week. I would love to know the life hacks that you've come up with because I can learn something from them, and I bet there's another audience member that could learn from them too. So please share your life hacks with us so that we can all learn from one another. I'm sure there are many awesome things that we could learn from your comments. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so glad you're here. Stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.